Hi guys, welcome back to Symbolic Logic Part 4. We are taking reference of Symbolic Logic 5th edition, which was written by Irving M. Copy from the University of Hawaii. So far, we have seen about what is logic, what are the types of logic, terminology in logic, structure of a proposition, and types of argument. As we seen before, we are studying about the first type of logic, which we call it as classical or Aristotelian logic. And in classical logic, we don't use inductive argument, which means less probable or more probable. But we only use deductive argument in classical logic, which is mean by valid or invalid. As we seen in our classical logic terminology, we have proposition, which means statement in normal words. And this group of proposition contributes to inference. But in the proposition itself, we have another term called categorical proposition. Let's see what this categorical proposition is about. These categorical propositions are the fundamental elements of argument of deductive logic. In a deductive argument, we present propositions that state the relations between one category and another category. Propositions with which such arguments are formulated are called categorical proposition. As I said before, proposition in the sense it means sentence or statement. So, in the categorical proposition, every complete sentence or proposition contains two parts. One is subject, another is predicate. So, in this sentence, some dogs are white, some dog is subject, and white is the predicate. Note, guys, the term when I say sentence, it also means proposition in classical logic. So, in classical in classical logic, we have four kinds of proposition. Let's see what are those. So, the four kinds of propositions are universal affirmative with the abbreviation A, universal negative E, particular affirmative I, and particular negative O. Just remember, like vowels in English, A, E, I, O. Remove U in it. Now, let's see in detail about this. I have categorized into form, name, and example for each of the propositions. Here, type is the abbreviation of each proposition. S and P indicates the term, subject, and predicate. So, first one is universal affirmative A. Its form is all S are P. The second one is universal negative E. Its form is no SRP. The third one is particular affirmative I. Its form is some SRP. The fourth one is particular negative O. Its form is some SRP. So let's look into the example for the universal affirmative. As the form, it has all in it, and cats as a subject and mammals as the predicate. Let's look into the second one, universal negative. As its form, no is present there. The subject as cat and predicate as reptiles. As for the third one, particular affirmative, some SRP, it is following the form some SRP. That means some is there, subject cat is there, R is there, long haired cat is the predicate there. Let's go into the fourth one, particular negative. Its form is some SRP. So some is there, cats is the subject, or not, or not is the term which must be present for the form. It is missing there. It's okay. Don't take it into account. It is just a editing problem. So some S or not P is the form of the particular negative. So some is there, cat subject is there or not is there, long had is the predicate there. It seems a bit confusing, but I will explain it clearly in the next part of the session. So, let's see the Venn diagram for each type of propositions and the detailed video about this proposition types in the next part of the video.